welcoming you on the show. Sports Update on Trust TV, Adeni Ajishafe. Just to let you have a feel of what's going to be happening at the Olympics. Hopefully, Team Nigeria will do us proud by winning gold. We've been hoping for this, and really, 3 days to go, and it's really edging closer and closer. And that's why we'll be bringing you some update in the world of Olympics right now, starting with the story. Paris Olympics, Amusan Opeyori named as Nigeria's flag bearer for our team Nigeria to the Olympics. That's the first story we're looking at right now. Captain of the team is going to be Opeyori, while the flag bearer is going to be Tobi Amusan. Tobi Amusan has been a fantastic runner for Nigeria in hurdles, 100-meter hurdles women, and right now she's been picked by the NOC, Nigeria Olympic Committee, as our flag bearer for the 2024 Olympics coming up in Paris. Each country will present, we have a flag bearer as we speak right now. USA has picked LeBron James as their own flag bearer for this 2024 Olympics, and right now Tobi Amusan is our flag bearer, while Opeyori Anoluwapo, a badminton star, #1 in Africa, now is going to be the general captain of the entire team Nigeria for the Olympics here. Good one coming from the NOC for the fact that they are trying to see how the team will be in high spirit. The two athletes right now are going to be at the end of affairs to see how our team will do well. For the captain, Opeyori is going to be the one, while Amusan will be the one to carry the flag of Nigeria there. Congrats to them for the fact that they actually got that nod from the NOC. Now, joining us to talk sport this hour from Kaduna is Joseph Peter. Good to have you, Joseph.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, you heard what we're talking about, that Tobi Amusan has been picked as the flag bearer of Team Nigeria contingent to the Olympics, and also Anoluwapo Opeyori also named as general captain of that team.
Of course, if you want to pick a flag bearer, if you want to pick the captain of the team, it will be the obvious choices, which are your winners, right? Those athletes you are expecting gold or at least a medal from. And it is very, very much clear that we are expecting medals from both Opeyori and Tobi Amusan. So they are the obvious choices, of course, and I'm happy for that. I'm glad that they are the ones who are leading, because they've set examples, they've done it before. Opeyori is the best in Africa. Amusan has been almost the best in the world when it comes to our own hurdle. So, you give the best the responsibility. For me, this is a responsibility, and it's sure that they can carry this responsibility. That's why they've been given. So kudos to them, and I hope they do well and represent us the way we expect them to do.
Hopefully they will do well there. Now for Team Nigeria, they will right now be starting their competition from Thursday, because Super Falcons will be playing against Brazil in their first game there. Well, it's going to be a tough one, but we know that our ladies are equal with the task against Brazil, Spain, and also Japan. That's in football. While in athletics, after the Olympic Games will be declared open on Friday, then the activities will begin, and we just hope that our team do us proud, getting to the podium, finish there for bronze, silver, and also gold there. And she's talking about the Olympics. We have #1 in Africa, Aruna Quadri, table tennis star, right now saying is set aside at the Olympics and really want to concentrate. We have 4 Nigerians that are representing us in table tennis, ping pong as they call it. We have Fatima Bello of Edem, not forgetting Olajide Omotayo, and then Aruna Quadri himself among the players that are representing table tennis. But that story says Quadri set sight on Paris 2024 Olympics there. Well, that's the next story we're looking at as we speak right now. Aruna Quadri is battle ready for that.
You know what I like about Aruna Quadri is not the fact that he's not looking at the Olympic as the bigger picture. He's looking at his performance as the bigger picture. What he did before in 2016, 2021, he wants to, complement it and do better. As an athlete, when you task yourself and you set targets and you want to do better than you have done and you've been preparing, definitely result comes along with it. He wasn't really, happy about his performance at the 2016 Olympics. He at the 2021 Olympic, even though he performed better at the 2016, now he's trying to do better than what he did combined, both 2021 and 2016. And we've seen what he can do in the international scene. He's won a lot of competition recently, and he has done very, very well. So we expect a medal at least from Aruna Quadri this time. But it is good that the expectation is not just our own. This is also his expectation that he performs better. And if he gets to do better, definitely something should come along with it.
Well, talking about table tennis there for Team Nigeria, Aruna Quadri will be leading the pack there for the four quartet that will be representing us there. Four of them, Fatima Bello, Edema Orfion, not forgetting Olajide Omotayo, and Aruna Quadri himself representing us in the sport of ping pong. And hopefully, the site, site is setting up there will work out for him and the entire table tennis team. Well, for Team Nigeria, in different sports, they'll be competing in 11 different sporting movements. 88 of them being led by the NOC, Nigeria Olympic Committee, to the games. And we want to see how these stars will come back home to do well. In 2016 Rio Olympics, he was able to at least get to the quarterfinals, and now he wants to break that mark to see how he can make it to semi-final, even the final. Who knows? According to him, he said it's going to be 60-40 against the Chinese team. That has to do with table tennis. And for other Asians, it's going to be 50-50. He believes that he has what it takes to face those other teams. But for China and Nigeria, he says 60-40. He knows them better, and he has been trying his best against the like of Ma Long of China. He has been with them for a while, and he knows how good they are. So that is why he's rating them there. Wishing Team Nigeria the best in table tennis. And still talking about Team Nigeria, this time around we go basketball. As we talk about the Tigress. The Tigress, they've played 2 matches or 2 games in the shake-up before the Olympics start. They lost the 2 games against Germany and also Serbia. And now they'll be playing against Japan as they enter France. It's precisely in Lille. They're already in Lille, France, where they'll be facing Japan in their next game. Well, it's going to be a friendly anyway, as NBBF, Nigerian Basketball Federation, released the final roster of the 12 players that will be led by Coach Rena Wakama for the competition taking place in Paris. Well, right now, let's look at the list of those players before Joseph will be actually talking about that team. Well, 2 games they've played so far. They lost the 2 games, although it's a fighting game ahead of the Olympics. We have Emi Okonkwo as the captain, Elizabeth Balogun, Nicole Enabusi, Mujanatu Musa, Ifunaya Okoro, Palas Kunayi, Blessing Ejiofor, Ezine Kalu, Lauren Edo Ebo, Debola Adiyei. I have promised Amukamara by Olaoluwatomi Taiwo, and the coach is Rena Welkama, who right now will be leading the ladies to the Olympics. These Tigress are battle ready, although even though they lost their 2 games, that's not the end of the world. They are really trying to get their shape at best before the Olympics kickstart, and now they're playing against Japan in another friendly. But the good thing is that the final roster is out. The 12 players are battle ready. They know themselves now, and they will be there to represent Nigeria for the tough Olympic duel that I'll be having over there in Paris.
You know, when I consider friendly games before a competition, a lot of people want to see their teams, of whichever sport, when they are preparing for a friendly game or for a competition and they are playing friendly games, you want to see them win. For me, I do not really want to see my team winning before a competition. I want to see them being tested. And they have been tested. When the from basketball team, they have been tested. They've lost 2 friendlies. That for me is an avenue for them to look at what actually went wrong and fix it before the competition. Because what's the use? What's the benefit when you win your friendly matches before a competition, a major competition like Olympic for that matter, and then you go into the competition and you begin to lose matches? So it's better you do your learning, at the preliminary stage of friendly matches. And then when you see the mistakes, you correct your mistakes, and then you go into the competition knowing fully well that you have done a bit of troubleshooting to your processes and your game. So I'm not in any way fazed by them losing those 2 friendly matches. And the one they are going to play, if they happen to lose, fine. At least they would see what they need to correct and go into the competition knowing that there is no any blind spot concerning their game.
Now, at least the good thing is that Team Nigeria, we received the information that their foreign allowance, all the places they actually camp in Spain, in France, rather Germany, before they move to France, has been paid. The camp allowance there, and we heard that the camp is really agog right now because the athletes are happy for getting there foreign allowance, for the camp allowance rather, right now. And that's a good one coming from the Ministry of Sport Development, being able to quickly clear this, coming from the Minister of Sport Development, John Eno there, that they make sure all the athletes that are being camped in France, rather in Germany, in Spain, have been able to receive their camp allowances, and the fact that the athletes are ready and they are happy for being able to get this. At least things are different this time around, Joseph.
A lot of things are different. A lot of things are actually different. Preparation phase, I saw some differences. Now, when it comes to administration side of the game, there are also differences, and it's a very very good thing that Nigerians are not have to complain. Like before, this has not been paid, that has not been arranged. The organization is quite bad. We've had cases that are very very appalling. But in this dispensation, and with this current minister, a lot of things have been done right, which is the right thing. Stipend is a good thing for motivation. If you are being given your stipend, you know that nobody is owing you anything. The pressure comes back to you. They've paid me, now I have to do my own part. Now I have to do the right thing for myself and for them that sacrifice whatever they sacrifice. So it's actually a good thing. We commend the ministry for this fee.
A good one coming from the federal government, at least the fact that this time around things are getting better. We know that it's always either they are being old or they don't have kids or thereabout, but all that has been put into aside now, and hopefully Team Nigeria will fly high at the Olympics, as we expect them to do, wishing them the best there concerning Team Nigeria. We continue to bring you more updates concerning Team Nigeria contingent at the Olympics for all the competitions where they will be competing. We wish them the best there. And now let's leave Olympics and talk about football. This time around, our neighboring country, Cameroon, they have their own football federation called FECAFOOT. FECAFOOT right now, they've been able to cap salary for their players. And now let's look at that story. FECAFOOT said minimum salary of $322 for players in Cameroon Elite 1 League Division. At least if you look at that amount of money, it's still up to 500,000 naira for players in their league. That will be the least that will be to be paid, at least the minimum salary or the minimum wage of players there. So if a player is actually playing there, no matter how bad the player is, that player should be able to get $332 as their salary. Well, saying something concerning this should be done about Nigeria too, because we still see clubs that pay like 150,000 naira, 200,000 naira for players, even though we've seen players earning 1 million, yes. But it is not too good when you see some players who are supposed to be the breadwinners of their family receiving such an amount of money that does not even solve any problem right now. Joe, a good one coming from FECAFOOT for being able to cap the salary, the minimum salary of the players there.
A very, very good one. The FECAFOOT have been doing quite well recently after their imposing of a particular dressing style for coaches. Now they are improving their league again when it comes to the most important thing when it comes to league development. The money is important. It's important in the sense that it is the motivation for those players, and then it is what attracts better players into your league. Then when better players are in your league, they tend to, saturate the league. The standard gets to grow up higher, and your own, league players learn better. And before the bars have been raised to the sky, and the league is a lot better. This is a good thing that they are doing. I wish we can, learn a bit of this from the Cameroonian FA when it comes to, situations like this, because you were mentioning 150,000. I know a club in Premier League, and I know a player that is being paid 80,000. So it's even below 100,000. I know that player. I'm not talking. I know that player one-on-one. So the league and the money in our league is very, very poor. If we get to look at the Cameroonians and take some bit of expo, it will be good for us and good for our league.
Hopefully something good will be better for our team here, or rather our clubs here, because right now Cameroonian football, trying to see how they can do well. All this coming courtesy of Samuel Eto'o as the president of that federation. They are doing everything possible to turn around the story of football in Cameroon. We've seen leagues getting better in Somalia, Sudan, Kenya, even Zambia, and now Nigerian league, although to some extent things are getting better, but it needs to do more for us to, we have the resource, the human resources. All we need to do is to make sure we actually we administer well for things to go well with Nigerian football there. Well, right now we move away from the Africa food stories to give you an update in the world of sport. Let's talk about transfer. Just a few days ago, concerning Victor Osimhen, PSG agreeing with him on a personal note. But right now, the club, PSG and Napoli, they also agree before that deal can actually scale through or sail through. But right now, the talks have been stalling due to one thing or the other, for the fact that PSG are not desperate for a striker. They have that's Ramos. We also have Kolomwani. So they are not in a desperate mode to get a signature of player. But right now, something must be done because Napoli want a Japanese player to be included in the deal, and PSG are not forthcoming. So that is making that deal to stall concerning Victor Osimhen. Joseph, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, Joseph.
Okay. So, in the order of things, or the order of transfer a player from a certain club to this certain player, if he that they want to sell, they will give you that permission, and you go talk to that player. That's what PSG did. They spoke with us, had their agreement on ground, and they sorted out everything, and now it was left for PSG and Napoli to agree. But that agreement seems to have hit a rock because of the inclusion of that particular Japanese playmaker, which Napoli is asking of. And PSG does not consider that player, as one of those players they would want to sell. So the deal really has hit a rock, except maybe some form of agreement or a change of terms happen. Then maybe Osimhen can see himself go play for PSG. But if not, then I don't think he would go to PSG. Maybe another club would want to come for him. But the thing is, the salary of Osimhen and then the release clause of Osimhen, it's quite high for a lot of clubs in Europe right now. And then if you look at the demography of the particular kind of clubs that can sign Osimhen right now, maybe on that table you would want to believe that the only two clubs left would be either Arsenal or Juventus. They are the ones that are meet up the price tag that is on Osimhen, or at least to an extent, get to pay a certain amount, because I don't believe any club would want to activate the release clause of 130 million euros for Victor Osimhen. So, Napoli needs to drop down their demands and, make it possible for Osimhen to find a club and go and play, because it is already agreed that he is not continuing at Naples. So, making the conditions difficult will not help anyone, because if you keep an unhappy player, you will get an unhappy performance, right? So, they really need to, lower their expectation and actually, allow Osimhen to go to wherever he can go to.
Well, for Osimhen, maybe I just want to bring this one up. I still remember when the Saudi Arabia team was offering €1 million, and now maybe you should have taken that deal and just spend 1 year and then come back to Europe. It would have been nice.
And then that would have been the perfect thing to do. That money, if you had gone for it, take it for a year. A lot of players are for a year and return back to you. He would have, but if he had done that, he would have secured their and take any kind of salary wouldn't have been a problem, right? Because it's not like he had the best season in Napoli. He didn't get this season. That's why his valuation is dropping. That's why a lot of, because his performance last year wasn't as the other year. So if he had used that year and gone to Saudi Arabia, it would have been far. Now Napoli just has to agree with somebody, but Napoli has, for we the fans, is the fact that De Laurentiis, or whatever his name is very, very difficult when it comes to.
Okay, it seems.
And PSG.
Okay, hopefully. Let's see what's going to happen concerning his transfer deal, because we know that he's not too happy. He wants to leave Napoli, and things are not going well concerning him right now. Well, Joseph, Peter, I want to appreciate you for joining us on the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, Joseph Peter join us there. And before we go quickly, let's run through some stories there. Well, Raymond Star signs Faisal Sani, Ibrahim Abubakar, and Chiemeka Nwokeji from Kano Pillars and also Sporting Lagos. While we talk about former Nigerian under-23 goalkeeper Adamu Muhammad joins Kwara United from Gombe United. Just giving you an update there. MLS team, FC Cincinnati, near signing of Chidozie Wazim from Boa Vista of Portugal, as Club Brugge set €20 million price tag on midfielder Rafael Onyedika. Onyedika has been a player of Club Brugge, but right now they set a price of $20 million on him. And quickly before we wrap it up, Nasarawa State government, they dissolved the management board of that team, Nasarawa United. Well, they are back to the MPFL, but now the board has been dissolved until they will be appointing new sets of people that will manage that club in the MPFL. That's it on the show. Sports Update on Trust TV. Adeniyi Ajisafe. Thanks for watching.